Welcome to Be an Expert in English channel. In this episode, we'll make English easy and fun. First tip, practice makes perfect. Speak English every day. Talk to your friends, family, or even your pet. The more you practice, the better you'll get. Second tip, read out loud. Grab a book, article, or even a cereal box. Reading out loud helps you improve your pronunciation and fluency. Third tip, watch English shows or listen to English songs. This helps you understand the language naturally. Plus, it's super fun. Finally, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes help you learn. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. So keep practicing and stay motivated. In no time, you'll be speaking English like a pro. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more tips and tricks on mastering English.
Today, we are going to do a real talk episode. And this is a new series of episodes where we focus on practical expressions for everyday situations. And in today's episode, we will focus on how to give and ask for directions. So, Morag and I are going to present you with a dialogue, and after the dialogue, we will explain some of the key expressions used when giving and asking for directions.
In today's dialogue, Al and Beth are late for a meeting. While they're walking downtown, they realize they have no idea where to go. So they decide to ask somebody for help.
Let's get to the dialogue.
Hurry up, we're going to be late for the meeting. It starts in 15 minutes.
Where is it again? What's the address?
It's 599 Richmond Street. It's in the Imperial Building.
Are you sure? Don't we have to go the other way then?
No, it's this way. I mean, I don't think so, but let me check my phone to make sure. Oh my gosh, it's going so slow. The connection is garbage. I can't find anything.
Okay, let's just ask somebody.
Okay, good idea. Ask that guy over there. Hey, excuse me? Do you know where Richmond Street is? I'm looking for the Imperial Building.
Yeah. It's just a couple blocks away. Take a right at the next set of lights, and then go straight for a block or two. You'll find it.
Oh, great. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Okay, he said it's just a couple blocks away. Let's go. We can still make the meeting on time. And now we'll explain the key vocabulary from this dialogue.
Our first key expression for this episode is how to ask for directions when you need to find where you're going. So in this dialogue, we heard Beth ask the question, "Excuse me, do you know where Richmond Street is?" And this is the most classic, the most straightforward, the most to-the-point way to ask for directions. Do you know where is?
Yeah, this is the most clear way to ask for directions to anything. A street, a building, doesn't really matter. Excuse me, do you know where is?
Exactly. You could say, do you know where the statue is? Do you know where the Brown building is? Do you know where Main Street is? Any place you can insert into that blank, and this question will make sense.
Absolutely. You could even say, do you know where my hotel is? Whatever you need to find, it's a really useful expression.
And I think a lot of times people don't know how to approach a stranger. It can be a little bit intimidating. And I think this question, excuse me, is a really great way to get a stranger's attention.
I would completely agree. You're never going to be rude or have an uncomfortable time with a stranger if you start out with, excuse me, and then go in with the question.
So when you want to ask a stranger for directions, you can use this expression, excuse me, do you know where is?
Mm-hmm.
Expression number 2 for today is I'm looking for I'm looking for And in the dialogue, we heard Beth say, I'm looking for the Imperial Building. So again, this is a nice way to approach a stranger when you need help and give the specific location that you need to go to, the specific location that you're looking for.
Yes, I'm looking for can be used for pretty much anything. If you're looking for a restaurant or you're looking for a building.
Exactly. You could even pull out your phone and open Google Maps and point to the place you're looking for and say, I'm looking for this spot. Help me. Where do I go?
Yep.
But I imagine if you had Google Maps, maybe you wouldn't need to ask for directions.
Well, sometimes, I mean, as we saw in this dialogue example, sometimes you don't have the reception that you'd like, especially in Canada.
Yes, exactly. And especially if you're traveling, right? Sometimes the roaming or the internet network that you're used to in your home country can be quite different. So it's a good idea to have these expressions ready just in case you get lost.
Especially sometimes you can get lost when you're already where you want to be. Excuse me, I'm looking for the something room or a particular place within a building. You can use that too. Or I'm looking for the elevator.
This reminds me of a story that happened to me not too long ago where I was inside the building I had to be in, but I took the elevator to the wrong floor and I was wandering around aimlessly, lost inside the correct building. And a security guard asked me, "Can I help you?" He was a little suspicious of why I was there. Maybe I was in a place I wasn't supposed to be in. So I simply told him, yeah, I'm looking for room 502. And he helped me find where I needed to go. So yeah, you're right. Even when you are close to where you need to be, sometimes you can still get lost.
It's something that just happens. So some of these expressions are very useful, even if your phone is working.
Definitely. Okay, let's move to expression number 3. Morag, what is expression number 3?
Expression number 3 is it's just a couple blocks away. This makes the most sense in cities. Saying something's just a couple blocks away means it's quite close, but it's not a precise measurement because a block is the distance on a street in between two intersections. So if you're walking down a street and you're at an intersection, by the time you get to the next intersection, you will have walked 1 block. It's a little difficult, but if you can imagine it in your mind, you can know what I'm talking about.
So you're exactly right. A block is a unit of measurement that we use in North America, especially in a downtown area of a city. And so a block is the distance from one intersection to the next intersection. And blocks are different sizes in every city, but I would say roughly it will take 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes, to walk from one block to the next block. Would you agree with that estimate?
Yeah, Andrew, I would agree with you that in most downtown cities, blocks are reasonably uniform. So it'll take about a minute or two for each block in that city. Montreal is funny like that, though. I live on a block that takes about 3 minutes to walk down. It's nuts.
It's true. In Montreal, the downtown has blocks that I would consider to be a normal size.
Mm-hmm.
But towards the north of the city, in the plateau and in the Mile End, the blocks get bigger, especially in the Mile End. Some of the blocks take quite a while to walk down.
I live on one of those. It's quite funny, though, if you are in a city like that, or an area like the one I live in, the blocks running north and south are very long. The blocks running east and west are very short. So sometimes, depending on what city you're in, it can be a very imprecise measurement of time to talk about blocks. If you're in somewhere like New York City, though, it's really quite precise.
And I get the sense that Al and Beth are very close to the building they're looking for, the Imperial Building, because the man they ask for directions says it's just a couple blocks away. So if it was really far away, he wouldn't use this word just. So I have the sense that they'll be able to find the building in just a couple of minutes.
I would agree. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to our fourth key expression for today. And this is take a left and take a right. In the dialogue, we hear the stranger who is giving Al and Beth directions say, take a right at the next set of lights. So this simply means turn right at the intersection. The set of lights refers to the traffic lights. So he wants Al and Beth just to go straight until they hit the set of lights, the traffic lights, and then take a right or turn right.
This is a really common thing that you'll hear in directions, someone telling you to take a left or take a right at a landmark. So if you're taking a right, turning right. If you're taking a left, then you're turning left.
Exactly. Okay. And finally, our fifth key expression for today is go straight for. Okay, go straight for. And the preposition for here is very important because it communicates that we have to go a certain distance. In the dialogue, we hear go straight for a block or two. But we could easily say go straight for 10 minutes or go straight for 1 kilometer. We use this expression go straight for to tell someone that they have to continue for a certain distance or a certain amount of time.
Yes, so we don't tend to say continue along the street that you're no. It'll just be go straight for a given distance or amount of time.
Okay, so those are today's 5 key expressions that you should use when giving directions or asking for directions. Here's the dialogue one more time. Please listen for these expressions in the dialogue.
Hurry up, we're going to be late for the meeting. It starts in 15 minutes.
Where is it again? What's the address?
It's 599 Richmond Street. It's in the Imperial Building.
Are you sure? Don't we have to go the other way then?
No, it's this way. I mean, I don't think so, but let me check my phone to make sure. Oh my gosh, it's going so slow. The connection is garbage. I can't find anything.
Okay, let's just ask somebody.
Okay, good idea. Ask that guy over there. Hey, excuse me? Do you know where Richmond Street is? I'm looking for the Imperial Building.
Yeah. It's just a couple blocks away. Take a right at the next set of lights and then go straight for a block or 2. You'll find it.
Oh, great. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Okay, he said it's just a couple blocks away. Let's go. We can still make the meeting on time.